You're not stuck because you don't know what to do. You're stuck because you keep thinking about it instead of moving. Overthinking doesn't protect you, it paralyzes you, and the longer you wait, the heavier it gets. Let me guess. You've replayed the same thought 100 times. The same situation, the same options, the same imaginary outcomes. You're hoping that if you think just a little more, the fear will go away, that the doubt will disappear, that you'll somehow get permission to finally move forward. But let me tell you the hard truth. Clarity doesn't come from thinking, it comes from moving. That's the Stoic way. Not reckless motion, not impulsive chaos. Intentional action based on what you control right now. Marcus Aurelius didn't rule an empire by sitting in bed overthinking. Seneca didn't master fear by imagining perfect plans. They acted calmly, deliberately. Now, in this video, I'm giving you 5 Stoic rules to help you break the loop, quiet the noise, and finally take control of your mind. If you've been stuck in analysis, indecision, or waiting for the perfect time, this is your reset. Let's begin. Rule number 1, thinking is safe. Action is risk. That's why you avoid it. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Overthinking feels productive because it protects you from risk. If you never make a move, you never fail. If you never try, you never get judged. If you never act, you never lose. That's why you're addicted to thinking. But thinking is the safest version of fear. Don't explain your philosophy, embody it. See, the brain is a survival machine. It will give you every reason to delay action. I just need to do a little more research. I'll move when I'm more confident. Let me wait for the right moment. No, that's fear, wearing logic like a mask, and the Stoics knew it. They didn't worship thought. They used it to guide action, not to avoid it. Here's what you need to understand. The first step is always going to feel uncomfortable, but discomfort is the door. You don't need to know every move. You just need to take one. That message you've been scared to send, send it. That decision you've been sitting on, make it. That task you've been putting off, start it. Because once you move, your mind stops spiraling and your body starts leading. The Stoic man doesn't wait for permission. He chooses motion over mental noise. Rule number 2, no clarity comes without motion. Most people say, I just need to figure it out first. I'll move when I know what to do. I'll act once it's clear. But here's the truth. Clarity doesn't lead to action. Action leads to clarity. Think about it. You didn't become confident by thinking. You built it by showing up. You didn't learn by planning. You learned by doing. You didn't grow by waiting. You grew by moving, even when you weren't ready. If you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Movement sharpens your mind. It reveals what matters. It exposes what's real. It breaks the illusion of perfect timing. But the overthinker, he sits in his room. He plans endlessly. He imagines 100 possibilities and still chooses none. Why? Because he believes clarity is found in the head. But a Stoic knows clarity is found in the field. It's found after the call, after the representative, after the move that scared you. Here's the shift. You don't need the whole staircase. You just need to take the next step. Clarity will meet you halfway, but only if you move first. Rule number 3, your thoughts are not reality. You think you're being careful, you think you're thinking it through, but most of what's spinning in your head, it's not real. It's imagined conversations, projected fears, worst-case scenarios dressed up as logic. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. That's not just poetic, it's a diagnosis, because your brain's job isn't to make you happy. It's to keep you safe. And that means inventing possible dangers, even when none exist. What if she doesn't respond? What if I fail? What if I'm not ready? What if? Here's the Stoic response. What is real right now? What can I control right now? And what's just noise in my head? That's the pivot. You go from being owned by your thoughts to becoming the one who questions them, because just because you think it doesn't mean it's true. Just because it feels scary doesn't mean it's dangerous. And just because it's uncomfortable doesn't mean it's wrong. You want peace? Detach from the drama in your mind. Focus on facts. Focus on what's in front of you, not what's imagined inside you. Thought without action is illusion. But action clears illusion fast. Now let's talk about the lie of overplanning and how it's really just fear wearing productivity's mask. Rule number 4, overplanning is emotional avoidance in disguise. Let's be honest, you're not strategizing, you're stalling. You tell yourself, I'm just being smart, I'm making sure I'm ready. But deep down, you're afraid of looking stupid, afraid of failure, afraid of doing the thing and realizing it's not perfect. So instead of moving, you obsess over the plan. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Here's the truth. Overplanning is fear in disguise. It feels productive, but it's really just procrastination with a fancy name. The Stoic doesn't waste time on what's out of reach. He asks, what can I act on right now? He doesn't need to see the next 10 steps. He just executes the first one with clarity, focus, and emotional control. And if it fails, good. Now he knows what doesn't work. That's data. That's progress. Overplanning is you trying to avoid being uncomfortable, but all growth lives inside discomfort. So stop hiding behind your plans. You don't need a new strategy. You need to move, even if it's messy, even if it's small, even if it scares you, because movement exposes truth, and truth is better than perfection. Rule number 5, the moment you move, fear shrinks. Fear is loudest when you sit still. It grows in the pause. It multiplies in the silence between I want to and I did. But here's what most men don't realize. The moment you move, fear loses power. The Stoics didn't wait to feel brave. They acted in spite of discomfort. If you want to improve, be content to appear clueless or stupid in extraneous matters. They understood something we forget. Fear is a smoke machine. It looks big until you walk through it. Then you realize it was all in your head. That first step you've been avoiding. It won't kill you. It won't break you. It won't expose you. It'll free you. Because fear doesn't need you to be weak, it just needs you to hesitate. But the second you move, that message gets sent, that task gets started, that path gets real, and suddenly you realize you were never stuck. You were just standing still. So let me say it clearly. You don't need more time. You don't need more plans. You don't need more thinking. You need motion. Now, not later, not perfect. Just real. That's the Stoic way. You move through fear. You act while uncertain. You trust discipline over emotion. And the man who moves, even without all the answers, becomes the man no one can shake. Think less. Move more. You're ready.